What's good, YouTube? And today we have a little bit of a different video, and yes, I did move my camera if you were wondering, because I'm gonna be looking over here, so it makes sense to put the camera over here and not over here. Anyways, I just wanted to sit down for a little bit and kind of explain MLB The Show as a whole, really, and kind of why I think it's going downhill and why I think this game's gonna die off pretty quickly. But before we get into that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new. Also, for those that have listened to the podcast, which, by the way, you should be listening to the podcast, link is in the description. Like, what are you doing? It's the best sports podcast out there. Anyways, you'll kind of know that we've talked about this a lot more than we should have to. And I get we're content creators, so take it with a grain of salt. But this kind of will give you a perspective of a content creator, big or small, and kind of how this game cycle is feeling right now. Let's just start with the basics of why I think this game is struggling right now. The whole working as intended meme. What I mean by that is SDS themselves and their head person, Ramon, had come out publicly and said that their hitting engine was working the way they had wanted it. But yeah, I can pull up screenshot after screenshot, as I'm going to try to do right now, of stuff that were like home runs. Like here, I'll switch over to the screen for you. Like look at this. I'm under that ball, and I think this was in the Contreras debut, I think, but like this ball was a home run. Another one that was a home run off the PCI. I know it's Coors Field, take it with a grain of salt. This one was bad. Just stuff like those. And I have tons of these to show. So that's kind of the first thing. Is your hitting engine is not making sense. If you want the PCI to actually play a factor, then you have to reward these good PCI placements and not like the ones like I just showed there. Because it's not working how it's intended, like they say. The PCI feedback doesn't make sense, and then I've heard the argument, oh, but it was center barrel. True, but it's a video game. So your mechanics aren't making sense the way that you claim them to be. It's not exactly what you're thinking, or the way that you as a player want it to work. Another big thing for me is on PS5 and PS4. I've also heard on Xbox this does not matter, but if you are on Xbox or have played on Xbox, let me know. Circle change on the pinpoint. You can't throw it on PS4 or PS5. And when you're gonna give almost every pitcher you release a circle change, and some of them as their like best and or primary pitch, it's kind of an issue. I forget what video it was. It might have been like the one debut I did recently. It might have been the Contreras or Gurriel video, but I could not control my circle change. It went about halfway to like 48 to 50% in the red, and I couldn't do anything about it. Sometimes they'll go right down the middle, sometimes they'll hang, sometimes they'll go over the catcher's head, sometimes they're in the dirt. They're all over the place. You have no idea when they're gonna locate that pitch or where that pitch is even gonna go. So that's another big thing. The one thing a lot of people kind of are mad at and will kind of agree with me here is the OP diving. It seems like every time you come close to a ground ball and you dive for it, you're gonna make that play 10 times out of 10. And they came out in patch notes one of these days, or one of these last updates a while back, that they had fixed it. No. And that's another topic too, is they they claim to make changes with their patch updates. No, they don't. They just bring servers down and make it look like they're fixing it. They don't. If you're gonna say it's working as intended, then just flat out say it and don't go hide behind a fake update. These updates don't help at all. Nothing's changed. Yeah, okay, maybe we fixed a few freeze-off bugs, but freeze-offs are still a big issue. And that's another thing we can take a dive into, is why is it a thing? I know that not everything can be perfect, but I want to take the Creator Cup as an example. Almost every single game that was played during the Creator Cup had a freeze-off, or had a disconnect. There's times where you log into a ranked seasons game and just get booted out of the game and got a free loss when you didn't even get to the first pitch. So it's little stuff like that that are gonna kill off the game really quick, and you're gonna start to lose a lot of interest. Especially now that Madden and NBA 2K are just around the corner on their new games. MLB The Show has to step their game up. They've done a pretty decent job with dropping content, new cards and whatnot, but your gameplay is not there. And you have to step it up if you're gonna want to compete with 2K and EA and any other of these big-time gaming companies that are creating these video games. And there's just no effort from them at all. We can keep tweeting at them like, oh, fix this, or like, when are you gonna drop this card? They don't give a shit. Like, it's annoying, but it's what they do. And then you're handing out bans that aren't even bannable offenses. I saw a lot of guys that were getting banned for flipping on the market, which, by the way, is allowed. And then they can't, I think there's something going around that was like a bot or something. I don't know. But, and then you're letting guys get a free pass on the ones that should be banned. The amount of times that I've seen inappropriate logos, created player names, something in a created stadium, it doesn't matter, dude. They're not gonna take it down. They're not gonna look at your report. If you put in a support ticket, they ain't gonna give two shits about it. Like, SDS's customer support is the absolute worst out of the major sports games. I don't know about Madden, because I've never had a problem where I had to reach out to Madden directly to get something fixed. Same with, for NBA 2K, so I guess I can't say anything about that. So if you guys can, feel free to let me know in the comments. But it's a little bit ridiculous. I really think so. And I love MLB The Show, but like right now, the current state of the game, it is so hard to play. It really, really is. And the only reason I'm keep going and frustrating myself is to get content out for you guys, because I want this to be something. So yeah, maybe it's not the best thing ever for me. Yeah, maybe the thumbnails could be better. Yeah, maybe I could get more, what's the word, fancy, or like more entertaining with the editing instead of like the bare minimum that I like to do, and then throwing some effects and all that. So I don't know. It all kind of depends. But that's not what I'm here for. I don't want to point out content that is like ragey and makes me look like I'm just complaining. I don't like doing that. That's why I'm kind of trying to figure out content ideas that don't involve around playing the game if I don't have to. So we'll kind of see. Yeah, I've taken a step back too, and this is a big reason why I don't have interest really to play a game that is literally copy and paste every single year. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna keep going on and on and on. I've got multiple podcast episodes that kind of break this down. I actually think I had like a good 10-minute segment on this. expanding a little bit more, you'll have to take a deep dive. So I'm just gonna cut myself there. I don't want this to go on too long, but get in the comments. Let me know kind of your thoughts and kind of where you stand on the game. I'm very curious and would love to know what you guys think, really, and kind of what you think they could do differently. Maybe it's fixing the freeze-offs, or maybe it's listening to their community, which they really should. But you guys let me know. I'm always in the comments. Love answering them. Any questions you have, any feedback you have for anything, or if you have something else and want to DM it, my social links are always down below, right? For those that don't know the description box, you go to any YouTube video, right below the channel name, most people will have some kind of text there. If you scroll down just a little bit, there'll be like a show more button, and it'll give you the entire description. So everything you need to know is down in there, always and always will be. So, but if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios!